this video, and today we're going to be talking about binaural beats. So what are binaural beats? Essentially, binaural beats are audio tracks in which you have two tones fed to you in respective ears. You have one tone fed to you from the left ear and one tone into the right ear. And what happens is when the two tones meet in your brain, it creates a third tone, which is a phantom tone. So what these binaural beats do is that they're essentially designed to induce altered states of consciousness, to induce sleep, relaxation, creativity, and other desired mental states. So what you do is that you put on headphones and you play the binaural beat track. So for example, when you put on the headphones, from the left ear you will hear a tone, for example, of say 200 hertz, and on the right ear you will hear a tone of say 210 hertz. Now the binaural beat, or the beat in binaural beat, is the difference between the hertz. So here for 200 hertz and the difference between 200 hertz and 210 hertz is 10 hertz. That would be the beat. So when you listen to it in the track, you will hear a wobbling sound, and that wobbling sound is the 10 hertz, the difference in the 10 hertz. That's the beat. Now what happens is that when you remove one side of the headphone, you will only hear one tone, and when you remove the other side of the headphones, you'll hear another tone. But you will be only able to hear the beat if you listen to it together. Now, couple of things that you need to know about binaural beats is that there are many binaural beat companies, and some of the very common companies are HemiSync, HoloSync, BrainSync, and iDozer. The first three are very well known for their self-hypnosis and meditation binaural beats, but iDozer specifically is designed not for meditation but to induce altered states of consciousness in certain recreational drugs. That's why it's called digital drugs. Couple of names you must remember when it comes to binaural beats is, first there's this person who created binaural beats. His name is Heinrich William Dove, and then the second name you must remember is Robert Monroe, who is the man behind the Monroe Institute and who's done extensive study on binaural beats and out-of-body experiences. Now, like I mentioned before, you had the 200 hertz and the 210 hertz. That's just an example of the frequencies. So the difference was 10 hertz. That 10 hertz frequency is what puts your brainwave into a state of alpha, the alpha brainwave state. So 10 hertz falls under the alpha brainwave state. When you're in alpha brainwave state, you begin to be very meditative. You are extremely relaxed. It's pre-sleep state, and it's where your daydreams and all of that happen. So the chart that I have here shows that if your brainwave frequency is entrained or in tuned to the frequency of the binaural beat, for example the 10 hertz that I gave, then you fall under these categories. If the hertz is less than 40 hertz, you fall under gamma. Under gamma, you have high mental activity in gamma. Then you have 13 to 39 hertz, which is beta waves, which is also high mental activity. When I'm having a conversation with you, we are on beta. Then 7 to 13 hertz, you're in alpha, which I just mentioned was the pre-sleep state or daydreaming or meditative. 4 to 7 is theta, which is later half of meditative and REM dream state. And less than that, or less than 4 hertz is delta, which is deep sleep or dreamless sleep. So basically what these binaural beats do is that they put you in a particular brainwave state. So many people use this for meditation and self-hypnosis, so it's easier for them to calm down their brainwave state. The other thing is, if you do find these binaural tracks, you want to find them in FLAC format. FLAC format is lossless format, where it's the quality is the best quality is FLAC. And MP3 is not so good, so don't get MP3. What you can do is you can download these tracks from the internet. That is specifically the websites of these companies. I will link them below. You can also download them as applications on your phone, and you can find them on YouTube. A lot of people make them, so you have to find some authentic binaural beats on YouTube. What you do is you find a player to play them on. You can play it on your regular player or on your laptop, and you put on headphones to listen to these. You won't have any effect if you put it on stereo speakers or on earphones. You will have certain effect on earphones, but not as much as on headphones. So you need headphones. The second thing you need is some sort of a blindfold to cut off all the light. You can either tie a black cloth around, or you can have one of those masks so that you can cut off the light. You need to find a quiet room to lay down in, and you basically lay down with your blindfold and the binaural beats playing in your headphones, and you lay down and you don't move. You basically focus on relaxing your body, because when you move, your brainwave pattern gets disrupted. So you just stay still, and that's what will help you in getting the best results. Now, I don't know of any actual health hazards of using binaural beats, but I have read somewhere that people who have epilepsy should probably not do this and should take caution and ask your doctors before trying something like this. This is not a replacement for medications. This is just something you do in order for you to help get into other brainwave states. And one thing I wanted to add as a side note to all of this is that if you're using eye dosers as recreational drugs or digital drugs, it will not help if you don't have any meditational background. If you want to get the best out of your binaural digital drug experience, you should have some sort of meditative background. Otherwise, it's not going to work as well. So that's the brief on binaural beats. I hope this made sense to you. To add on to your understanding, I will put down links and where you can download these things, and a little more theory. You can actually Wikipedia the theory. There's a lot of technical terms, but this is the basic of all of it, and I hope I answered your question. And yeah, that's all for now. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Namaste.